Manchester United 2, West Ham 1. Man United have won. Cheers. I'm joined by Stephen Howson for a fan cam in the bar. That was pretty special, wasn't it? Just because he's just having a little victory sip as it's... That one's all the way down there. Your thoughts on the game, sir? That's all from Stretford, Paddock. Thank you. No, go on. Well, that was mad, wasn't it? How good was that?
Can I have another reason? That was, mate, the emotions. Howson Lingardinho, woosting one in the corner like that, mate. I'm fucking drunk.
I could tell, right. Jay was saying before, it was a proper game of like redemptions, wasn't it? Like De Gea can't. De Gea, what's going on? De Gea can't save penalties. He saves a penalty. Jesse Lingard shouldn't be playing for United. Should have sold him to West Ham. Scores the winner against West Ham with a brilliant winner. Yeah, it was amazing.
We're watching the time drip down. Oh, fucking 1-1 here. Got moist. Excuse me. And then just almost out of nothing. It was a great pass from Matic. Yeah. Almost out of nothing. And he just bent it into the top corner. I liked it. I was a bit miffed with some of the gameplay. I expected them to be a low block. They weren't really a low block. It was way more end-to-end of a game than I imagined. I think we ended up having like 17 shots, but we allowed them 10. And often... The way it is when it's a team that's going to be a bit more defensive than you are, when you allow a team that's a defensive team 10 fucking shots, you're going to concede. And often their shots that they have, they're not the same shots you have. When you're the attacking team and you're pouring forward and you have 20, 30, 40 shots sometimes, that's always through a crowded space. That's always through loads of bodies. When you're the defensive team that's broke away and managed to get some shots off, they're quite fucking meaty shots at times. So we did well to keep it down to one goal. To be honest, and there was shouts all over, and all right, no, there was the penalty shout at the end. It was a penalty, and you knew when you go to VAR, it's going to be a fucking penalty, isn't it? Especially when he's got his arm. To me, it's a natural position for your arm to be.
Because he's extending out, isn't he, to make his body big? But
I mean, I'm not going to say well, it's not a penalty, but it is a natural position for your arm to be in, isn't it? I mean, it's that age-old sort of question. You know, what does intent mean? How do you, as a third person, know what he intended to do? For me, it looked like he was just trying to block the cross, which he did.
Speaking of blocking players and penalties, Ronaldo, I thought, should have had 2 penalties. Yeah. What did you make of those 2? Because it felt like a very weirdly ref game today. Like, no penalty.
The problem is when you go to VAR, it's the decision to not go or to go to VAR. Because VAR works. Ultimately, like... When you saw the Luke Shaw penalty, you didn't look at that and go, that's not a pen, is it? You looked at it and you went, well, of course it's a fucking penalty. This is the correct decision, ultimately. I'm not happy with it, but it's the correct decision. When you looked at the Ronaldo ones, both of those, you go, it's probably a penalty. But they don't get given. So what do we do?
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got so much stick after the young boys game for the changing the tactics, changing the style, going to a 5 at the back, 2 defensive. Why'd you bring him on? All this, basically, like he was the one that passed the ball to their striker in the last minute. But Matic, through ball that you said, excellent through ball to Lingard, both of them subs, won us the game today. What do you say, not to people who, but just about the whole Ole situation? I'm sick of... No more excuses for Ole. I'm sick of hearing that. Because when has he ever had excuses? When has he ever not had pressure on him?
The guy's the most under pressure manager ever. Yeah. He walked in and was... Like, Arteta walked in, did a bang average job and was getting wanked into oblivion by people. There you go. That man's got a philosophy. What's his philosophy? Championship football? Because that's what he's fucking heading for. Ollie's been crucified from minute one of getting it. Even in the midst of that record-breaking run that he had as temporary manager. Remember that minute? It was like, it's just because he's fucking nice to him.
New manager bounce that no one's ever seen as good before.
It was record-breaking. Yeah, but it was just new manager bounce. Yeah. Like our away record, it's just because there's no home fans in. But no one else has got it. No, exactly. Like, did everyone else play at home at all? No, it was just us. All right, sound. All right, fucking nice one. Yeah, he's been the most... Do you know what's really interesting is I watched the Fergie documentary on Amazon the other day. Sir Alex Ferguson, after coming down from Aberdeen, this is pre him winning anything. So he's in the shit. This is the Tra Fergie bedsheet moment and everything. And he gets asked by Elton Wellesby. Who calls that kid Elton Wellesby, for fuck's sake? And what's he up to nowadays? Leave that in the comments. Can we get him on? I bet he's on Cameo, isn't it? I bet he's like £4.
We'll try. Go on.
Anyway, Elton Wellesby says to him, have you been surprised by the amount of pressure you're under? This is like 1989 United. Can you imagine the pressure now? Because, I mean, Twitter clearly, the internet wasn't a thing in 1989, let alone Twitter and all the rest of the bollocks that comes with it. And Fergie goes, I did not anticipate how intense this pressure was. Can you imagine what it's fucking like nowadays? It's bonkers. It's literally bonkers, the amount of pressure. And the entitlement from some of the fans. I literally think some people fucking base their entire personality on whether United win or lose. It's meant to be a fucking addition to your life. And it's meant to be a hobby that you add on to your life, that you maybe make some mates with and you fucking make as a pastime. Not your whole fucking life, whether United win or lose. And it doesn't make your fucking day... all right, it makes my day better or worse, but it shouldn't make your fucking life better or worse. You shouldn't cling on to it to such a fucking degree that if United lose a Tuesday night game, that you have to fucking post racist abuse on the fucking guy who plays a bass pack. A bass pack. Oh, drunk.
A pass back. But yeah, it's. I understand seasons and months and crucial games where you go, oh, you know, they'll get you down for a day, a week or 2 weeks. You know, I still look back at that Everton game last season and struggle to watch that sort of last few minutes. But losing the first game of a Champions League group stage when you're down to 10 men, when away from home in the Champions League, it's very rare teams win games, even if they were winning at the point the red card happened. To then go, sack the manager, this player's crap, he should have gone, this should never happen, it's a disgrace.
Like, Jose Mourinho wouldn't have lost that game. No, he wouldn't have. But he also wouldn't have won at the Etihad either. I guarantee he would have probably kept either 1-0 or 1-0. And he'd have been fucking buzzing with that. He'd have gone home and fucking ripped himself off all over the fucking room, right? But he doesn't go to the Etihad and win games. And this is the difference. Ollie's not perfect by a fucking long stretch. His subs on Tuesday were shite, right? Let's have it correct. His subs on Tuesday were shite. And often inexplicable. Bringing off Bruno and Ronaldo. Ronaldo doesn't really expend that much. He probably expends more energy at home after a match, right? He probably gets on a fucking bike because he's like, oh, he did 11k today, so I might just fucking pump it up to 15, right? Ronaldo, for that extra half an hour, he's a goal threat for the entire 90 minutes. I don't know if I'd ever take Ronaldo off. The guys, I joked when we signed him, it's 1-0 United every game. It's literally 1-0 fucking United every single game with him. He's unbelievable. Can we just talk about Ronaldo for a minute?
Talk about Ronaldo. And also, there was a point when, it was like at the start of the second half, he'd had 7 shots and the next person had 3. He just, I think, I was saying in the watch along, it's not necessarily his conversion rate that's so impressive, but for me, his ability to make space and have as many shots as he does is in itself an incredible stat.
He's fucking ridiculous. I remember thinking the same things, is that we won't create those chances for him that he's had at Juve, that he's had at Real Madrid. We've never really had, I mean, when he was here and you looked at the team that was around him, that was behind him, Keane and Scholes and Giggs, fuck off, Joe. I'll get chances in that. And you know, he's playing with Ruud van Nistelrooy. All right, Ruud's probably not going to pass to him, but you've got Mark Ruud, so he's going to end up in space and lose on the other wing. Like, some of the teams that he played in, especially the ones that won the Champions League, he's playing with Tevez and with Rooney. Of course you're going to find opportunities and you're going to get chances. And that midfield was sensational. You play with Paul Scholes, you're going to get goals. You're going to get chances. That's literally what Paul Scholes delivers to you. But I never realised, after now watching United be a bit shit, like, that a player that is that good makes his own chances, which is a mad thing to say, but he does. I saw Falcao come in and be starved of service. Ronaldo's essentially come into the same team and gone, there's a goal a game. A bit more than. The guy is unfucking real on every single level. And you see that little clip that was going around before the match? He was G'ing everyone up. No. Mate, it'll wood you up if you watch it. It's mint. Yeah, he's just fucking, come on, fucking like grabbing everybody and like, ah.
It's amazing. Before we go then, who's your man of the match? Give me sort of, you know, obviously Ronaldo stood out, but I thought the likes of Wan-Bissaka looked good.
Wan-Bissaka did have a good game today. And it's worth noting because he's pillared a lot. Everyone's like, well, he's only got defensive ability. He had a fucking shot today. He didn't look terrible having it either. He got himself into a good position. I think Wan-Bissaka's a worthy shout. Bruno's balling for Ronaldo. It's top. I think Adam was saying that earlier about how it became fashionable to fucking hate on the most goal scorer's midfielder that's ever existed for some fucking... People are weird, aren't they? What is wrong with you? Enjoy people that make goals and assists, because that's why we fucking turn up week in, week out. I'm gonna have to say Dave, because you're called upon in injury time to save a penalty, to keep 3 points, and you fucking do it. You do what you want. You sit on the bus naked with your chopper out for okay, because you fucking deserved it. Cheers.
That's a great way to end it. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you for joining us at home. Put your player of the game in the comments below. And if it was David De Gea with his tackle out on the team bus,
Just like,
we're more than
not
a...
wooded up,
No.
just like down his leg.
Yeah, just impressive, but not expletive.
Yeah, a little bit of wood on it. Like maybe he's blooded it up, like he's messed with it a little bit, but not like, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hammer nails with it out.
We'll see in a bit.